Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. I don't even know what I'm gonna title this video because it wasn't planned. So I have to do my makeup today, so I figured I'd at least pull out my camera and film it. I'm doing some stuff for my Instagram, and I want to show you guys how I do my, my makeup for Instagram. I guess that's what I can call this video. But I pulled everything out of my vanity that was from Sephora and that I have been using a lot, especially recently. So I think we can call this video like my basic look using Sephora makeup or my Sephora favorites. That's what we'll do. Basic makeup using my Sephora favorites. There we go. We'll do that. And y'all know Sephora is still having the sale right now. I know this video is, I'm gonna try to have this video up before the 9th. Actually, it's definitely gonna go up before the 9th. So the sale ends on the 9th, if you didn't know. If y'all missed my Sephora haul, I'll have it linked down below. But yes, let's go ahead and beat this face so I can take some pictures later on. So I'm gonna start out with my lips as always. Summer Fridays is my holy grail lip balm. I don't think I've used any other lip balm from Sephora that I like more than this one, besides the Laneige lip sleeping mask, but that's like a lip mask, but I can use that as a balm. But anyway, this is the best, one of the best lip balms. So I'm just gonna put this on my lips. Okay, so since I'm only taking pictures today, I mean, y'all are gonna see like my most realistic makeup for Instagram. Like usually I'll go in with a moisturizer and then a hydrating primer and then a mattifying primer. But since I'm only just taking a picture, I'm just going to be using a hydrating primer and that's it. So I'm just going to take the Huda Beauty hydrating primer. Well, it's called the water jelly primer. Now I did a whole review on this, and also the Huda Beauty foundation stick, which is what we're using today. So I'll have the video linked down below if you missed it. But yeah, just using a primer today because I'm not, I'm not doing much but just taking some pictures. So this is just gonna act as my moisturizer as well because this is pretty hydrating. So yeah, for those that are watching, if you are new to my channel or if this is your first tutorial or like makeup video that you're watching, I have combination skin, and I always like to, well, majority of the time I will just put on a hydrating primer all over the face, and then just in my T-zone I'll put like a mattifying primer because that's where I always get oily. Just kind of, wanted to throw that out there if any of you are new to my channel. So brows, my favorite brow pencil from Sephora is the Fenty MVP. I use black brown. I should know the colors by now. Yeah, black brown. Hands down, one of my favorites. This one and the Velour Fluff'N brow. I actually mentioned that one several times this year in like favorites videos. But I always go back to this one like when it comes down to my favorite Sephora brow products, because it is so good. And I see that these affordable brands are coming out with brow products that are very similar to the Fenty MVP. I know Flower Beauty just came out with one, and that one's exclusive to CVS. I shared that one on my on a Reels a couple of weeks ago on my Instagram. And then NYX Cosmetics has one that is similar to this, but that one's more like a pomade, but it's really good. All right, so I guess that looks good enough. Yeah, that looks good enough. My top favorite concealer from Sephora that I use specifically for my brows is Kevyn Aucoin. I have been using this stuff for so long and it still has not hit bottom. Like, you get so much product in here. This is a very thick concealer, and I don't like to use it under my eyes because it's so thick, so I just always take it under my brows. And I use 13 in this. I used to use 14 for the top of my brows, then I just stopped doing that, so I just use concealer under my brows. I'm gonna take this. Oh, brushes. I'm going to be using the brushes that I shared in my my Sephora haul. Not the recent Sephora haul, but the one before it. And I have been loving these brushes. So it's 2 different brush sets. I'll have them linked down below in the description. This one that I'm using is from the, girl, I forgot the name of the brush set, but it's the glitter, the gold glitter holiday set from the Sephora collection, and I love them. You have every brush you need in that set. So if y'all are wanting a brush set from Sephora, either this one or the other one that I'm gonna have linked in the description is really good. Now, Huda Beauty foundation stick. Let me show y'all. I've been using the mess out of this stuff. I don't know if y'all can see from here. And I just got it, what, almost 2 weeks ago? So yeah, we're just gonna use this today. So every time I do my makeup, I've been reaching for this, like every time. I don't think I have any other, well, I have one more foundation in my vanity. It's the NARS, ooh, that's a good one too. NARS Soft, what is it? Soft Matte Foundation. That is a good foundation. So I recommend that one too. So that one and the Huda foundation stick. I think if you like, dang, where did that brush go? But yeah, if you like your foundations to give you that skin-like, kind of like, you know, dewy look, then I think you'll enjoy the Huda foundation stick, because that's exactly what it gives. Like, it doesn't look like, it looks like skin to me. So, okay. Concealer. So, Pat McGrath. I use 2 shades in her concealers. I use 26 if I want to do, like if I want to use it as my foundation, and then 23 as my under eye, like highlighting concealer. Love this concealer. Definitely a full coverage, so you really don't need to use a lot. I know right here I'm using a lot, but hey, this is how I apply my concealer. A lot of people don't talk about her her eyeliners. I don't really use eyeliners as much. I mean, the only time I use an eyeliner is if I use it on my waterline, but Black Coffee is the best dark chocolate brown eyeliner. I will say though, once you put it on, it is not coming off. Like, you know, if your eyes water, it's not gonna smear, it's not gonna smudge. So you just have to have a good makeup remover to remove it. But yeah, she has really good eyeliners. Okay, y'all know when it comes down to setting powders, I prefer pressed powders. But ever since I did that Huda Beauty review with the foundation stick and the primer, I've been using the Huda loose powder, and I use the shade Kanufa. So every time I do my makeup, I've been reaching for this. I just forgot how good it was. But if y'all want a really good pressed setting powder, like a translucent powder, a lot of you already know which one I'm about to say, but it is the Laura Mercier Pressed Translucent. This right here is the best. If you don't like loose powders and you like the Laura Mercier loose setting powders, that don't even make sense. If you prefer a pressed setting powder and you've tried the Laura Mercier loose powder, but you want it in a pressed powder form, this one, you need it. And while we're on the subject of powders, I tend to get this question a lot whenever I speak about a powder. I know I got it a lot when I did my like top 5 powders on my Instagram stories about a month ago. And the question was, I'm gonna stick with this little bitty sponge to apply the Huda. But the question was, does the powder give flashback? I remember one time somebody asked me, is a powder brown skin, dark skin friendly? And I'm like, what am I? I don't know, I just feel like it wouldn't make sense for me to talk about a setting powder that I love and it be ashy, or like it gives me a white cast or flashback. It just wouldn't make sense, you know? Next thing I do is take another setting powder. Now, I like to take a powder that's not going to give me coverage, because I feel like whatever foundation I use, if it's a full coverage foundation, I'm going to make sure to use a powder that's pretty sheer. So Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush, she came out with a deeper shade. It's in the shade number 4. I use this to just lightly brush in the areas that I didn't set. So y'all can see the side of my face, my forehead, under my chin. And then I'll just take the brush and just, well, let me just show y'all. Let me just show y'all instead of talk about it. So I just take it and brush it in the areas that I didn't set. But yeah, this is a really light powder. Dang, I'm supposed to be using a brush from Sephora. This is Sonia Kashuk. But if y'all want a really big fluffy powder brush from Sephora, the number 80, this is the one I've been using with my other powder. It's the Elf Bare, what is it, the Beautifully Bare finishing powder. But I've been using this one with my Charlotte Tilbury, so that's why I pulled it out. But yeah, if y'all want a big fluffy brush from Sephora, that one is really, really good. So bronzer, you need Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. She has refills if y'all don't want to purchase like the whole thing, because this is like what, $55. It is the most beautiful, let me find a brush, but yes, the most beautiful luxurious bronzer. And I use deep number 4. This brush I'm using is the Sephora powder brush in that same little set that I was telling y'all about. So we're just gonna take this and bronze up the skin. Now for the eyeshadow, I've actually been using 2 back and forth, but the one I've been using the most recently is the Huda Beauty Khaki Haze, and this is how she looks. So I've been loving this one and the NARS, the new one. I think it's called the Total Effects or the Extreme Effects eyeshadow palette. So if I recommend any palette from Sephora, this one or the NARS, because they're good, especially like for fall looks. You have your warms, your neutrals, you have all of that in these. So I'm just gonna take a couple of shades out of this because, like I said, I'm just taking some pictures, so I'm not gonna really do too much with my eyeshadow. Dang, where is that brush? Okay, here it is. The Sephora crease brush is the one I'm using. I'm just gonna use this one brush. I'm not gonna switch out any other brushes. But yeah, I'm just gonna use a couple of shades. I'm actually gonna dip into really, I've been using 5 really in this palette. So these 2 mattes, and this one matte, because I love me a matte shadow. But let me dip into, so the crease color I always use is this one right here, and I just put it right here. I always start out with this color, and then I would usually go in with this shade right here in the corner. But today, let's go in with the green and just place it on the outer part and also kind of blend it into the crease. I really like how all of these colors go together. Like, there's not one shade in this palette that doesn't, you know, make sense with all the other shades. You know, like some palettes, you'll have a few shades in there that don't even make sense. I mean, you can still use them, but I'm just not that talented to think of a look to use. But all of these colors, they make sense. I mean, they go together. I've also been taking the darker brown. What color is this? Like a brown shade right here. And notice I'm still using the same brush. I just go back and forth with wiping it off on a napkin, so that way I won't have too much of whatever color I used before it. So I'm gonna go into the darker shade right here and just tap it right here in the corner, kind of where we apply the green, but we're not taking it as far over as we did with the green, but we're just keeping it right here. So the last shade that I usually dip into is this light pink right here. And I would take this in the area that I didn't apply anything. So right here in the inner corner. I know I talked about the Pat McGrath eyeliner earlier in the shade Black Coffee. I could not find it. I don't know what I did with it. It's probably somewhere in the closet. But I've been enjoying these from Makeup by Mario. And I have both of the shades. I have the black and I have the brown. You can use brown if you want like something like this. Simple, everyday, neutral look. But you don't want, you know, too much black eyeliner, then the brown looks really, really good. But if you want more of a pop, you know, then go for the black. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to go with the black on my waterline. And we're going to go back into Huda and pick up that chocolate brown type of color and smudge it out. Now I'm going to pop my lashes on. I don't have any lashes from Sephora because I pretty much use the same lashes. Y'all know this. The Ardell 778s. So I'm going to pop those on and then I'll be back. All right, now that we are done with the lashes, now I do mascara. This is the Pat McGrath Dark Star. And I'm just going to put it on my bottom baby lashes. And then I'll coat my, my top lashes. Y'all want to know a secret? I haven't been wearing a lot of blush recently, and y'all know that is pretty rare, but I've been enjoying the look of just that bronzed, you know, I'm gonna take a little bit more of that bronzer, the Charlotte Tilbury. I don't know, I just really like how the bronzer looks on my cheeks instead of putting on blush. Because honestly, I don't need blush when I'm taking Instagram pictures. Okay, I can recommend so many lip products to y'all, like it's crazy. But we're just using two. Well, the one that I used earlier was the Summer Fridays, but to give me color on the lips, I've been using this one by Sephora. This is their gel liner in the shade Molasses. And it is the perfect brown. The perfect brown liner. If y'all don't own the Tower Beauty 28 glosses, what are you doing? When I say these are some of the best, comfortable, sheer, juicy, glossy glosses, this one is Almond, and look at the color. So yeah, we're gonna use this one today. I love, 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 love. Now, I don't do this often. I only do this when I take a picture. But I'm going to go on top with another gloss. So, Bite Beauty Plumping Lip Glosses. You also need these. This one is Sugar Drizzle. This is a clear gloss, but it has like gold. Hope y'all can see this when I swatch it. It has gold shimmer in it. See that? So, I'm basically just going to put this on the center of my lips, right there. See how it just gives it that pop, that shimmer, that extra oomph, you know? Right there in the center. So when I have glossy lips like this, when I take my pictures, I always kind of like tilt my head like this, so you can get that glossy pout, you know, like that. I don't tilt it that much, but if y'all follow me on Instagram, you know what I'm talking about. The very last thing that I do is spray my face. And the way that I get that glowy, dewy skin on my Instagram is using a dewy spray. So it's the Cover FX Dewy Finishing Spray. And I want to say Sephora is actually doing away with a lot of Cover FX products. The last time I saw this on Sephora, it was marked down. So if it's still on there, hopefully it is. So that way you guys can kind of get, you know, a little percentage off. But yeah, just give it a good little shake and then give it a spray. And this is the softest, even, fine mister. All right, we're done. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. This is how it all turned out. My hair is doing something weird on this side, but I'll finesse it for the pic. But let me know if I shared anything in this video that you guys have tried out, anything you are wanting to try out. And also let's talk about what you already put in your cart, what you already purchased for the Sephora sale. So let's go ahead and talk about it down below in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a huge thumbs up. Make sure you guys are subscribed if you're not subscribed already, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.